Kia ora whanau. Welcome to that NFT podcast. I'm your host, Kieran Headley, and today we're going to actually present a mini snippet from Veecon, an amazing conference that I went to where I got to interview a bunch of amazing individuals. This particular interview is with Sinha, an individual that actually pursued working for Gary Vaynerchuck. And she went through an insanely inspiring story on her route to being able to get that work for Gary Vaynerchuck. So without further ado, let's jump on in it, and I guarantee it's going to be worth the 4 to 5 minutes it will take you to have a listen to this.
I emailed Gary and I asked him if I could come to Veecon, if that could count as my job instead of working 9 to 6 at Vaynor Media. He CC'd the chief of staff and other people necessary, and they lended me a ticket to Veecon so I could come
That's
down
so
here.
incredible. And you
Yeah.
said you've been working at Veecon for 3 years?
No, I mean, I first met Gary.
Sorry.
I first met Gary like 3 years ago, but
Okay.
I've only been working full time this past week.
Oh, really? Only this
Yeah.
last week? Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
So much has happened in just like this past week.
Yeah. And
so-
that opportunity just presented itself then a week ago, or was this something that's been
I first met
available?
Gary in 2019. He was going to present at Merkin Concert Hall, and I'm a violinist, so I found a way in. I actually
Nice.
asked to be an usher for the night,
Oh, wow.
so I got paid to attend. I met Gary for the first time. We spoke for like 30 seconds. He's like, "I'll see you again," and then I left all excited. I'm like, "Fuck!
Yeah,
like, how am I going to see you again?"
He's so
I was like,
intuitive,
"Shit."
right? He's so intuitive.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want you to convince him. It's
Yeah.
like the feeling, right?
And I was so excited.
That's what I love.
But once I left, I was like, wait, fuck, like, do I email him? Like, he wasn't responding. Like, how do I see him again? So then I went to LA to a conference, Texas. I kept missing him by a second. Then COVID happened. But just this past November, he had, September, October, somewhere around then, he had a secret wine party in New York.
I saw that.
Yeah. And I'm in college, so I went to college class, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. Like, there's gonna be thousands of people there, but I dressed well just in case I decided. And I just halfway through my last class, I'm like, fuck it. I just went to New York City, parked my car where I wasn't supposed to park it, and he came right out of like a food truck or something, right off the street with a bag of shirts, and everyone's like jumping in for a shirt, and I just looked at him. I'm like, hey, can I work at Vaynor? Like, I'll be a custodian. Like, I'll do anything. Like, can I please work with you? And he just looked at me. He was smiling, nodding. He's like, see you in the office.
That's
I was like,
incredible.
what the fuck?
Wow.
And then 2 weeks later, I tracked down his flight to chase him down at the airport because I wanted him to remember me. So I tried to figure out what flight he could be on. Guessed it right, and I saw him at like I got a plane ticket just to get past security and talk to him even just like a minute on his way out. And he's like, now I'm not gonna forget you. You're the airport girl. I'm like, dope.
No
Like,
way. That gave me goosebumps. I love that.
It was insane.
Go you.
So
Yeah, I'm
at
inspired by that. I really am.
Yeah, it was awesome. And he's always remembered me. Like, it's amazing. Like, my first day on the job, I got an email from him. Second day, I see him in person. Now, literally, I think this is my 3rd or 4th day and I'm here. So
That's crazy.
Your third day.
it's insane. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
And what was your main inspiration behind wanting to work for Gary?
so I started my first business when I was 11 years old.
Oh my goodness. What was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Selling dog collars, bandanas, bow ties, whatever I could
Cool.
make. And
David there. So,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what inspired me. Is like I was a straight A student until I got to high school, and then I was getting like C's and D's, and my parents were not happy about it. And they were saying I'm getting distracted with business, and then I came across Gary's content because one of my clients in this VO list, he reached out. He's like, I think you should follow Gary. I was like, all right, I'll check him out. And his content just resonated with me. Like
Yeah.
at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about him, but I kept watching it. Then I met him in person. I'm like, he cares.
Yeah, totally.
He really does. So he's the only person I can think of as someone that I aspire to become.
Wow.
I just felt like a connection on a different level. Like he just understood.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning into that NFT podcast. Appreciate you guys always. There are various other snippets coming from the conference itself, so stay tuned for that. You'll be able to find a good portion of episodes around this episode available based on the interviews that I got from the conference. So yeah, exciting stuff. Highly recommend tuning into them because the amount of inspiration and lessons that I learned from these are incredible. With that being said, also you can tune into the vlogs for the V conference that I went to. And if you found any value from this episode, then subscribing and sharing this with a friend would be absolutely appreciated. Immensely appreciated. I love you guys. Catch you later.